Let's talk about the world's richest companies, the titans of industry, the behemoths of business. These are the organizations with enough financial muscle to reshape entire economies and significantly influence your daily life, often in ways you might not even realize. But what does richest actually mean in this context? It's a term we hear often, but its true meaning can be surprisingly complex. Usually when we talk about a company's wealth, we're referring to its market capitalization, the total value of all a company's outstanding shares combined. It's a snapshot of what the market believes the company is worth at a given moment. Think of it as the stock market's best collective guess, a constantly fluctuating estimate at what a company is truly worth, considering its assets, future potential, and overall market sentiment. It's based on what people are willing to pay for a piece of it, driven by factors ranging from quarterly earnings to long-term growth prospects. There's also revenue, of course, the lifeblood of any company, the cash flowing in steadily from selling products or providing services to customers. And then there's profit, which is what's ultimately left after all the bills are paid, all the expenses accounted for. But market cap is the headline number, the one that grabs attention, the one that gets companies featured prominently on the most likely to rule the world lists and in prestigious rankings. So why should you even care about all of this? Because these companies aren't just rich in the traditional sense, they wield immense power on a global scale. They employ millions of people worldwide, providing livelihoods and shaping career paths. They shape the technology you use every single day, influencing how you communicate, learn, and entertain yourself. And they exert considerable influence on economies and political landscapes around the globe. Their strategic decisions have the potential to fundamentally change how we live, how we work, and how we connect with one another. So as we embark on this journey to explore the titans of 2025, remember that understanding them means understanding the very forces that are actively shaping our world and its future. These are the companies that currently sit at the very top of the global economic pyramid. Knowing who they are, understanding their strategies, and learning how they achieve their positions isn't just a form of financial voyeurism or idle curiosity. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of the complex and interconnected world you live in and how it operates. So buckle up and prepare for an insightful journey. We're about to embark on a tour of a landscape metaphorically paved with gold, or at least a landscape dominated by companies represented by very expensive and highly sought-after stock certificates. Let's get started and meet the giants that shape our world. First up, Apple Inc., the company that convinced us we need a new phone every time the leaves change color. Let's take a bite out of this tech giant. This is the company that turned gadgets into status symbols. Apple doesn't just sell tech, they sell the dream that your life will be 10% cooler with a glowing logo. From Cupertino, California, where even the air smells like innovation and premium pricing, Apple's true genius, making you crave the latest iPhone even if your current one is still young enough to be in kindergarten. It's the magic of new and improved, with a side of FOMO. Max, sleek, powerful, and just expensive enough to make your wallet cry a little. And Apple Watches, because who doesn't want their wrist to nag them about standing up every hour? And once you're in the Apple ecosystem, good luck escaping. It's like Hotel California, but with more charging cables. The iPhone is Apple's golden goose, laying eggs made of pure profit year after year. It's the phone that launched 1,000 upgrades. But don't forget the App Store, a digital candy shop with millions of apps and just as many ways to spend your lunch money. Apple Music, because your playlist deserves to be as curated as your Instagram feed. And iCloud, backing up your digital life so you can lose your phone and only panic a little. These services are stickier than a toddler with a lollipop. So what's Apple's secret sauce? Why do we keep lining up for their gadgets? Relentless innovation, always pushing the boundaries and sometimes the price tags of technology. Genius marketing and a fan base so loyal, they'd camp out for days just to be the first to touch a new rectangle. They don't just sell products, they sell an experience. Opening an Apple box is basically a tech unboxing ASMR session. From the moment you peel off that plastic, you're officially part of the Apple universe. Their hardware fits together so well, it's like tech Tetris. If Tetris costs $999, software that's smoother than a jazz playlist on Apple Music, and services that just work until you forget your password, of course. Design is everything. Apple makes tech so beautiful, you almost forget it's supposed to be useful. Globally, Apple has changed how we work and play. one sleek device and dongle at a time. They've connected billions, so you can text your mom from anywhere, and she can still leave you on read. And digital media? Apple made it cool to buy a song for $1.29, over and over again. They've built entire industries around apps and accessories because your phone needs a case, a charger, and a tiny cleaning cloth. And their design choices? Let's just say if Apple makes it, everyone else copies it. Call it the Apple ripple effect. But even Apple gets some rotten reviews. Labor practices in faraway factories have raised eyebrows and more than a few headlines, and the environmental impact of all those shiny gadgets? Let's just say, e-waste isn't exactly a feature. Plus their walled garden approach means you can customize your phone, just not too much. Apple likes to keep the garden nicely trimmed. Still, Apple's profits are so high, they probably need a separate iCloud just for their cash. Apple isn't just a company, it's a cultural phenomenon, woven into modern life like AirPods in a college library. The Apple logo is a status symbol, like a designer handbag but with more software updates. And their bank account? Let's just say, if cash were apps, they'd have the most downloads. Love them or roll your eyes at them, Apple is everywhere, from your pocket to your office and probably your kitchen too, and the cash keeps stacking up. The empire Steve Jobs built, still growing, one shiny gadget at a time. Next, Microsoft, the company that brought you Windows Office and yes, Clippy. Once the king of personal computing, Microsoft reinvented itself for the cloud era. Windows and Office still make billions, but the real goldmine is Azure, their cloud platform powering businesses and governments worldwide. They're also huge in gaming with Xbox and own LinkedIn, the professional social network. Microsoft's secret weapon? Adaptability. They embraced open source, partnered with rivals, and pushed into AI and cloud services. Their software is so deeply embedded in business that switching away is nearly impossible. Microsoft's impact is everywhere. From your work laptop to the servers running your favorite apps. Their investments in AI are shaping the future of tech. Less flashy than some, but incredibly powerful and rich. Microsoft proves that even a legacy company can lead the next wave of innovation. They're a quiet giant, ubiquitous, essential, and richer than ever, and they're not slowing down. Now, Alphabet Inc., Google's parent company and the world's data powerhouse. Google started as a search engine, but now it's everywhere. Search, YouTube, Gmail, Android, and more. Their main revenue? Advertising. Using your data to sell targeted ads to businesses. Billions use Google products daily, making them indispensable and giving them unmatched access to user data. Their dominance in search and online ads is unrivaled. Beyond ads, Google Cloud and Android power much of the digital world. Alphabet is always innovating. AI, machine learning, and even self-driving cars. Their products have changed how we access information, learn, and communicate. But with power comes scrutiny, privacy concerns, antitrust issues, and the ethics of AI. Alphabet is both a tech pioneer and a lightning rod for controversy. They're the gatekeepers of the internet, and they know more about you than you think. Their influence is massive, and their wealth reflects it. Amazon's journey began humbly, as an online bookstore, a simple concept with revolutionary potential. But it didn't take long for their ambitions to grow, and now they sell everything imaginable, from electronics to groceries. Their reach extends everywhere, connecting buyers and sellers across continents. And they've redefined speed, offering delivery at lightning speed. Based in Seattle, a hub of innovation, Amazon has evolved into a sprawling retail and logistics empire, orchestrating a complex network of warehouses and delivery systems. Beyond retail, they're also a cloud computing giant, providing the infrastructure for countless businesses. And with Amazon Prime Video, they've become a streaming powerhouse, competing with the biggest names in entertainment. Their e-commerce platform dominates the online marketplace, a testament to their user-friendly design and vast selection. But AWS, Amazon Web Services, is the real profit engine, driving much of their financial success. It's the backbone of countless websites and applications, powering much of the internet. Prime subscriptions keep customers loyal, offering exclusive benefits, and reinforcing their commitment to the Amazon ecosystem. And their range of devices, from Echo to Kindle, add to the bottom line, further integrating Amazon into our daily lives. Amazon's secret? What's the key to their success? It's a relentless focus on convenience and an unwavering customer obsession. They constantly innovate in logistics, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in supply chain management. This relentless pursuit of efficiency is making fast delivery the norm. They're willing to operate on thin margins, prioritizing long-term growth over short-term profits, and they strategically use AWS profits to fuel retail expansion, creating a virtuous cycle of growth. Amazon has fundamentally reshaped retail, transforming the way we shop and consume. This disruption has forced competitors to adapt, investing heavily in their own online capabilities. And in doing so, Amazon has set new standards for delivery and service, raising customer expectations across the board. But their dominance raises concerns, legitimate questions about their influence and power. There are ongoing debates about worker treatment, ensuring fair labor practices in their vast network of warehouses. And there are valid concerns about environmental impact and market power, prompting scrutiny from regulators and activists alike. Amazon is both a model of innovation, constantly pushing the boundaries of technology and business strategy, yet it's also a source of controversy, facing criticism and regulatory scrutiny on multiple fronts. Their ambition is limitless, a relentless drive to expand and innovate in new and unexpected ways. And as a result, so is their influence, shaping not just the retail landscape, but the entire global economy. They're a case study in how to build, a blueprint for creating a modern business empire. And they continue to challenge the very foundations of the modern economy, forcing us to rethink traditional business models. And with their continued investments in new technologies and markets, their growth shows no sign of stopping. Now Saudi Aramco, the oil titan from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. Unlike tech giants, Aramco's wealth comes from vast oil and gas reserves. They pump, refine, and sell oil to the world, influencing global energy prices. Their low production costs mean massive profits, especially when oil prices soar. Aramco's wealth funds much of Saudi Arabia's economy and government, but as the world shifts toward clean energy, Aramco faces new challenges. Their future depends on navigating the energy transition while capitalizing on their resources. They're a relic of a fading era, but still a global powerhouse. Enter NVIDIA, from Santa Clara, California, the chip maker powering the AI revolution. Once known for gaming GPUs, NVIDIA's chips now drive AI, machine learning, and data centers worldwide. Every company chasing AI needs NVIDIA's hardware. Their investment in GPU tech and software platforms like CUDA gave them a huge lead. NVIDIA is now the backbone of AI, powering everything from medical research to self-driving cars. Their influence is growing as AI spreads into every industry, but supply chain issues and global tensions could impact their dominance. NVIDIA went from niche to essential, fast. Their rise is a lesson in being ready for the next big thing. The Richest Companies Club isn't just 5 or 6 names, there's a whole pack of contenders. Meta platforms, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, still commands a massive user base and digital ad empire, betting big on virtual reality. Tesla, led by Elon Musk, revolutionized electric vehicles and energy with a valuation that swings wildly. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's conglomerate, builds wealth through diverse businesses and long-term investing. Asian giants like Tencent and Alibaba dominate e-commerce, gaming, and fintech in China and beyond. The top of the wealth ladder is always shifting. Competition and innovation keep the rankings dynamic. These companies shape industries and economies even if they're not always in the headlines. The race for the top is fierce, and no one can rest easy. Today's runner-up could be tomorrow's leader. The future is always up for grabs. So, who really rules the world in 2025? It's not one king, but a council of corporate titans. Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, and Aramco shape how we live, work, and connect. Their decisions ripple across economies, industries, and even politics. They've given us incredible tools and conveniences, but also concentrated power. Our daily lives are woven with their products and services. This power brings benefits: innovation, jobs, and global connectivity. But it also raises tough questions: privacy, competition, and influence over society. These companies drive progress, but their size demands scrutiny. The future will bring more tech, more convenience, and more ads. Whether it's fair and equitable depends on how we hold them accountable. They have the money, but we still have a voice. The story of corporate power is still being written. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.